What's going on YouTube? This is Dre the Plug coming at you live with some more technical heat. And in this video, I'm basically going to do another interview with somebody else who came from the same university as me. He goes by Juice. A lot of people refer to him as Juice at my university, but his full name is Malik Norris. So we both were in tech, of course, your favorite electrical engineer. I did EE. He did computer engineer, and his side hustle was Photoshop, art, fashion design. So anything that involves, when it came down to that real deep creative process, he was pretty much your guy. It'll be so many times where we'll be in school, in class. We took multiple classes together, and I'll really just see him going in on Photoshop, creating flyers for majority of the university, on top of doing fashion stuff, on top of also killing it in the classroom. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into some of this technical heat.
God dang. Y'all don't even know who it is, man. It's your boy Juice, but on the lighter note, my real name is the great Malik Jalil Norris. I am a graduate of the illustrious, the immaculate Prairie View A&M University, the best HBCU in the land, and you heard it from me, man. So I'm going to start this thing off right, because that's just what we do, right? So it's always going to be PVAMU.
3 days later.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, but on a more professional manner, my name is, like I said, Malik Jalil Norris. I am a Prairie View A&M University graduate, class of 2019, along with my good friend here, Mr. Andre Brown. I graduated with a computer engineering degree. I work for the Department of Defense in Keyport, Washington. And then I transferred, and I am a 7th grade IT teacher right here in Port Arthur, Texas, potentially moving to Houston, Texas for something else. But hey, you know, manifestations. But on the flip side, I am also a graphic designer with my business partner and my brother, Jonathan D. Meekins. Shout out to my guy. And I'm also a fashion designer with the illustrious brand named Exclusively HBCU, the best HBCU brand in the land. So you know it, man. So I'm just great to be here. Grateful that my guy Andre brought me on the channel. And hey, let's get cracking. Let's get smacking. Let's roll with the punches, man.
All right, Mr. Juice, so what made you jump into computer engineering? And on top of that, what made you get into your side hustle? You know, I seen it with my own eyes. I would see you always working on Photoshop and doing your computer engineering work at the same time and excelling in both of them. So what made you get into all of that? What made you even add fashion into the mix of all three of those things?
It all really started with my grandfather, who was an engineer himself, and it just kind of took a life of its own. I love technology. I've always kind of been the techie guy around my house and in my family. So they kind of just called on me to do pretty much anything computer related, anything. So, or technology related for that matter. So it was just it was natural for me to be a computer engineer, I guess. And then when I looked at how did I, manage or get into fashion and get into art. When I was a kid, I actually always loved art. I loved fashion, but I never knew how to actually get into it. And I never had anybody around me to show me. So it was just kind of like me being a black kid from Port Arthur, Texas. I play sports, go to school, and that's it. It was just a revelation to me once I stopped playing tennis, that I had to find something to do, had to find something to fill my time, and graphic design and fashion just so happened to be it. Kind of funny how things, like I said, come full circle. Yeah, but I would not change anything about it.
Okay, so what would you say is the biggest benefit when it comes down to computer engineering? And then also like tying your fashion in with it, like what's the biggest benefit, or what have you gained the most when it comes down to like actually having both of those skills?
I would say the biggest benefit of me being a computer engineer is the versatility. More or less, I know a little bit about coding. I know an extent about coding. And then I know, well, since I've been a DoD engineer, they taught me some network engineering. So legit, like I feel like I'm well versed, and I can dive into pretty much anything that comes my way. And then I kind of take that into my graphic design and fashion world, because not only can I promote what I'm selling, I can sell what I promote, right? Kind of, it all intertwines. And it makes me feel like I can do anything that comes to my way. And that's pretty much the biggest takeaway from it, the versatility.
All right, so what got you into your side hustle with the art, with the designs? What made you want to, intertwine that with engineering?
So I have to say, like I kind of said earlier, getting into graphic design, getting into fashion kind of happened a little bit after I quit tennis. And it was one of the greatest decisions I can say. When I met Meekins, I can say we were both in different places, and just so happened great minds came together, and it made something beautiful called brolicstudios. Go to the website, www.brolicstudios.com. Started that probably like 2017. Yeah, 2017, because it's year 3, you'll see, right? And it's just been going along. We've been having family and friend brunches. We've been throwing events. We've been doing a bunch of things artistic related. We built the team, we built the brand, and it's still growing. It's still going. And I can say that's the best thing about it. And then getting into fashion, I started my fashion journey probably way back when in 2015 with Exclusively HBCU. And I was just trying to be on the social media team. And I would just send them like little designs here and there. And I showed them, and they were like, yo, you want to join the team? And I was like, yeah. And hey, I got to say, 5 years later, we're here. The brand is strong. So for fashion, I would have to say it started way back in 2015. I was actually working for Exclusively HBCU on their social media team. And I would just send them little designs here and there. And I would show them, and they just loved it. They loved my energy. They loved what I brought to the table. And they were just like, do you want to join the team full time? And I was like, yeah. And it was the craziest thing I think I could have done. But it was the funnest thing, because I would stay up to legit 4 o'clock in the morning, making shirts, making sweatshirts, designs, things of that nature, just to go to events every other weekend. And also come back, have tests and all these other things that are going on, engineering related, then college related. And then I would have graphic design projects on the side. It was a wild life, but I loved it. It was a marvel. And then people always look back and say, Malik, how did you do that? And it was just a drive. It was a love, and it was a passion. And I would never take that away. But now, 5 years later, working for Exclusively HBCU again, especially with the things that I've grown, things that I know now. I'm started my own clothing brands. You can follow the Coldest Place at the Coldest Place. Go to the website, tcponearth.xyz. And then transitioning back to Exclusively HBCU all these years later, being the creative director, being the lead designer, it's just been marvelous. It's been a journey that I can't really tell you what it's really brought me. I can tell you slight things. I was invited to New York Fashion Week just recently as an independent designer. That was something that touched me so deeply, because it just showed me that a little kid from Port Arthur, Texas could do anything he wanted to do if he really put his mind to it. And then we have collaborations with brands in the UK, and we have collaborations with people really around the globe, talking to warehouses in Pakistan, China, having talks with people in Africa. It's such a great thing to see. And I'm really just ready for people to really understand my story. And I'm kind of glad we're having this interview and this talk, because kind of giving me that platform to do it.
Okay, so you mentioned a fashion, you mentioned a website. I've been to the website a few times and I've seen like a lot of your pieces was already sold out. Like that's impressive, especially coming from somebody that just graduated college. You know what I'm saying? So like, what would you say is your favorite item, or like what is your top clothing pieces that you've created?
So first things first, shout out to the brand because I'm already wearing it. You gotta see it, you gotta feel it. Already on the hat, on the sweatshirt, you know what I'm saying. But I would have to say, honestly, my favorite thing, the things that kind of made the biggest splash would have to be one for exclusively HBCU, because I would have to say one, it would probably be this sweatshirt right here, because I was going through a time when I made it. I would also have to say the Jacquard knit big leather sweater that we just released for the vintage box. And then I would also have to say the Letterman jacket that we did. It was the all blacked out Letterman jacket, and it went crazy. Like people were calling me personally. We're like, "Hey, Juice, how can I get my hands on that jacket?" And I was like, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what to tell you because I don't handle all the sales. I just handle the designs. That's it. So look, I would probably say those three right there. I can't say 1, 2, 3, but those three right there, they are top tier in my book.
Okay, so what exactly is exclusively HBCU? I never went to the website. What's the whole meaning behind it?
Well, my good man, I'm glad you asked that question. Exclusively HBCU is for us, by us. It is representing all 107 HBCUs. Yes, I know 2 are gone, but we are still repping for them in solitude, my brother. So, like I'm saying, Exclusively HBCU is the best brand in the land. It is for your HBCU. We have subscription boxes catered specifically to your HBCU. We have, standalone items that are pretty generic, but they're still popping. You can accessorize them with anything that you have going on. There's a website you can go to, exclusivelyhbcu.com. Again, I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Exclusively hbcu.com. So go ahead and check that out for me, and also go follow the page at exclusively HBCU on Instagram, Twitter, and also go ahead and do that Facebook. I know y'all got that Facebook.
Okay, so tell the people about your websites. Tell them all of the information that you basically explained before about both brands, that you basically have a platform for people to go and purchase different items.
So first website we're going to talk about is Brolic Studios. So you can go to Brolic Studios at www.brolicstudios. That is BROLIC studios.com. And you can just basically go up there. You can actually see the front page is going to be you'll see with a picture of me in the background. It's going to have graphics. You can view all the projects we've done from our local projects at PV, ranging all the way to projects we did in Canada or for Canada, people in Canada, universities such as the University of Michigan, events, national events, and also societies like National Society of Black Engineers. And then you can go ahead, scroll down to photography, look at our photo catalog from all our photographers, go down to request services. You can really go ahead and put in a service for whether that be graphics or a photo shoot. And then you can drop down to shop, right? Because you got to go ahead and buy the merch, support the brand, right? So go ahead, go to shop. I know a lot of things on there right now is sold out, but be on the lookout. We are about to update that for you right there. But in the future, we've also implemented something called Book a Shoot, specifically just for our photographers and videographers, that you can go there and pretty much book a shoot with them, book a video, do whatever you please, as long as that they're available. Hey, let's make it happen, right? And then we can just mosey on over to Exclusively HBCU, like I keep saying, the best brand in the land. Click on that, and you can just read about us. You could shop with us. You could honestly click on the collab corner. Try to see, how we've been collabing with people outside of the state, or outside with other HBCU brands, or with schools and alumni societies alike. So go ahead and do that. That's something that you can always do. And then, hey, support. Right now, we're talking about voting. I hope everybody registered to vote, because that is one of the major things that we've been pushing on our site. So that's basically both of the sites. And hey, Andre, take it away, my guy. But before he does that, follow both of the brands. One at brolicstudios, boom, and then the other one at Exclusively HBCU. And also, be on the lookout for my personal art gallery, and also kind of pseudo fashion venture called The Coldest Place. And you can find that at tcponearth.xyz. And you can do that and follow that page at _place on Instagram and Twitter. Go do that for me.
And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help my channel when it comes down to the YouTube algorithm. If you guys have any questions regarding anything, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on the gram at DreDaPlug123. And then also go check out my other YouTube channel. This is actually my second channel. My first one was called Andre ClassicCuts. I basically go in and give tutorials about all types of different haircuts. I actually show people how to do different type of things with the clippers that has never been done, and I pretty much go into detail as to why certain things happen. So definitely go check out that channel. Besides that, be on the lookout for my next content that's dropping. Be on the lookout for it, because it's coming real soon. And I'm out.